I think China's too powerful for us to call them, like, to blatantly call them our enemy. But I think both us and China know, like, we are not at all friends and that we are enemies. Because even, I mean, China's been doing a bunch of spy stuff with Huawei and stuff like that. But even recently, TikTok, like the biggest app in the world right now, bigger than YouTube, bigger than Facebook, bigger than anything. It's the number one social media, number one internet thing.
I didn't know it was number one.
Yeah, no, it's massive. I mean, bigger than anything. Bigger than Twitter. It's
India just banned it.
Oh yeah, I heard about
the spyware,
that.
right?
Yeah, because China, what they've been doing, at least the one thing we know that they've been doing is in your clipboard. So like that's where you copy and paste something.
Okay.
So it's not like it just saves one. Like you push copy and it just saves one thing. Your clipboard, which you can access through your keyboard and stuff like that, it like logs all the stuff you've been copying and pasting. So like any of your bank passwords or photos, revealing photos, anything, it'll be in your clipboard. And what they've been doing is saving everybody's clipboard data that have been using TikTok, and they know whose clipboard data is whose. So like, they know it's like, okay, device 44 whatever has this is their clipboard data, and they know, and then by that they know your name, they know probably where you live through their location data. I mean, and then through that they can just start to extrapolate and hack into your bank accounts, into your Twitter and your Instagram.
Well, and we
get
copy
revealing
passwords,
photos.
right? You
Exactly.
just cut and paste passwords.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
In Storm too, and like in Volts, like on apps and stuff. That's an episode of Westworld. Have you seen Westworld?
No.
They first season, they're in the Westworld, and they break out of that, and then they're trying to break out of the actual facility, and it ends up being like a dozen different, like a China world and a samurai world and all these different things. Right. And then AI escaped the facility, and now they're in the real world, and now they're going after, humanity.
Like Ex Machina, kind of.
Like the robots are going? Oh, yeah. Like the end of the night.
Yeah, but one of the high-level corporate companies has this database of people, and it's a tech company, and they have information on everybody on data like that, and then they started making connections. So like they look at your medical records and you'd be like, oh, you made a purchase, for some depression, like antidepressants. Oh, you have depression, and then they start like
profiling you.
Yep, and they have an AI in there like doing mass scaling and like all the probability, like they're calculating all the probabilities and stuff, and they're like, you're probably like there's like a 98% chance you're going to kill yourself.
That kind of sounds like pre-crime in a
like in a Minority Report.
Yeah.
Right, or that you're going to commit this crime, right?
Yeah.
Or that you're not going to pay your taxes.
Well, you talk about like how we talked about earlier about statistics, but it's all like they moved everyone to a statistical level where there's probability for all your actions and what you're going to do, what you amount to in life, what when you're going to die.
Those are probably pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Actuarial science has been around for insurance companies for hundreds of years as like, okay, there's the probability that a 25-year-old white male from Orlando, Florida is going to have an accident, right? Yeah. And that's why your rates are higher or something like that if you put all these things, right?
What's also concerning about the data is that since most Americans, I don't say most, but most Americans that have smartphones and that are on the internet, a lot of them are using TikTok. Like a majority of them are using TikTok. I mean, it's so huge. So even if you have, let's say, like a senator's daughter or something, like senator's son or something like that, that takes revealing photos or something like that, it's just in their clipboard, and then they get that TikTok data. That's easy blackmailing for anybody. Yeah. Or you can even do like these algorithms. You can go like, okay, well, it looks like so and so is having an affair with so and so, and now you have a button to push them on and get them to do whatever you want.
Have we banned TikTok yet? The US?
No, we've been talking about it, and we know that it's
Mike Pompeo said something like that when India did it. He said, "Well, I don't want to get too far ahead of the president, but I can tell you we're taking action."
Yeah,
but that was
read that
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I mean,
we should ban it, but then I also know that. I mean, one, people are going to find a way to use it. I don't think it's as easy as like nobody used TikTok. I mean, with side loading, which is basically so they can take it off the App Store, but that doesn't mean it's not accessible because especially on Android, you can just side load literally anything, which means you just go onto the internet and the app files are called APKs.
So how did India do it, or are they have this?
I have no clue. I haven't looked into how India did it, other than they said that they're banning it. It might just be like a don't use TikTok and it's like punishable by law or whatever. But it's that's so hard to track and trace and see who's doing it. Or I mean, you can use a VPN and then get into like I don't know, Saudi Arabia's Google Play Store and download it from there. So it's not like it's super easy to just across the board say nobody's using TikTok and it's removed from everything, because it's going to end up somewhere.
Does TikTok, like YouTube, have monetization options? In other words, can you be a TikToker and
you can
earn
make
money?
Oh yeah, they're making way more money than YouTubers, but it's not direct like through pre-roll ads like on YouTube. It's mostly through like brand deals and stuff like that, and then they help find like creators,
pure
like
sponsorship.
Exactly. They'll like set you up with like Nike or whatever.
So then I definitely have an
TikTok
incentive
sponsor.
to use TikTok if I'm.
They're making way more money than YouTubers are right now.
No, doesn't matter if you're going to ban it. Then I'm just going.
I'm just going to go VPN it or whatever.
Yeah,
exactly.
Or where's
or how do you uninstall it from somebody's phone? You know, like if you already have it installed, then you're like, okay, it's banned now, and it's just like. It's like, I don't know. It's kind of like the whole gun thing. Like if we were to ban guns tomorrow, who's really going to go turn in their guns?
Right.
It's the same thing with, I think it's the same with TikTok. Like who's going to uninstall the app? Or they're just going to say, yeah, I installed it, or I don't use TikTok, but you're still up until 3 a.m. using TikTok.
Right.
Yeah, I could see how that's complicated, especially if it's already on every phone.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's pretty much on everybody from like, everybody has a smartphone from like 9 to like 40 has TikTok. I mean, everybody's on TikTok.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not.
It should be like 19.
Yeah, 100%. There's a lot of like really not okay things on TikTok.
You're older than 20.
Yeah, that's what I hear too.
Yeah, it's like really like illicit dancing and stuff like that. I don't use TikTok, so I don't really know what's on there. I just know from like the clips you see in people's like YouTube videos, like the memes or whatever. And I've seen like memes of it and stuff like that. But
so I thought it's a bunch of like scantily clad 20-year-olds. Let me share my dance. I can do the chicken dance. Watch me do the chicken dance. But then I hear like all this weird stuff.
I don't know.
Like, it's like paranormal stuff's on TikTok and all this stuff.
Yeah, I don't even know anything about that. But I know it's like borderline like strip shows kind of stuff.
I can imagine.
There.
Sure,
like,
it's not censored or regulated.
Yeah, well, and there's the whole problem of like some of these people that are doing this are like 15 or like 14 or 16, and it's like, well, when is
mature? Well, like, I don't know what.
But I mean, the creators.
I feel like that's
at what point is it like, okay, this is kind of like child pornography, but you know?
So why can't you do that like on Instagram or something?
Because they ban it. I mean,
well, Twitter doesn't. With Twitter. You could find disgusting stuff all over Twitter.
Really?
Yeah. And
who's they? Instagram? When you say they ban it?
Yeah, Instagram is a company.
Which
like
is Facebook, by the
way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Facebook owns it.
I don't know.
Okay. They ban anything that's like illicit. I mean, you can find like people in like bikinis and stuff like that if you want to, but a lot of the stuff, especially when it comes to like younger people, they're on top of that kind of stuff. At least supposedly. But TikTok like promotes that. Like that's like their whole platform.
That's weird. I didn't know that. I could see why, Facebook would want to censor stuff like that, because it's not really right.